And today, rather than it being, and that's just always, as usual, the UN criticizing Israel, the IDF on that issue, it's the IDF and Israel criticizing the UN for its role in that humanitarian effort.
Because so many people around the world don't understand what's going on. If we zoom out for a second, Israel has been trying to evacuate civilians from the battlefield 3 weeks before our maneuver in northern Gaza started. That's the best possible way of not killing civilians, is having them out of the battlefield. That's the safest you can be. The first pushback we got was, no, that can't be done, and you mustn't ask civilians to move from their homes. And then we respond, well, if we want to keep them safe, and we know that the enemy uses them as human shields and wants them in the battle space, then we have a joint interest here. Humanitarian organizations and the IDF should jointly help people temporarily relocate out of the battlefield so that they could be safer in a certain area. What we have been very disappointed to see is that we haven't been getting that any level of sufficient support from many organizations who publicly criticize Israel, while on the ground, instead of helping, they're actually facilitating the continued control of Hamas over the Gaza.
Can I ask you, which organizations? Could you be specific?
UNRWA to be front and center. This organization is the second largest employer in the Gaza Strip, and we think that according to their mandate, they should be doing more when it comes to helping us save civilians. And we go back to American statements. We definitely listen to guidance and advice and experience coming from the US and from other friends and allies around the world. We want civilians to be out of the battlefield, and the best way to keep civilians safe is to have them evacuate temporarily. And it could have been done in a much better way. The humanitarian zone that we designated northwest of Khan Yunis in the Muasi could have been up, ready, furnished, and equipping all of the temporarily displaced Palestinians, or at least many of them, with proper shelter, food, medicine, and housing for a short period of time. Instead, what we're having now is extremely complex situation on the ground.